Have you ever been so close to obtaining a trophy in a game that you could practically taste it, only for the game to then glitch on you out of nowhere despite you doing everything right, leaving you with no trophy and egg on your face? No! Well, that happened to me twice when going for the Trust Me trophy in Max and the Curse of Brotherhood on PS4, which basically requires you to complete level 6-2 without you or your little brother, who is trapped in that atmosphere looking thing from Crash Bandicoot, dying. So the level itself is about 6 to 7 minutes long, and it requires you to use all of Max's magic marker skills to get yourself and your little brother safely across the many hazards in the level, such as the lava and the enemies who are all out to kill you both. You'll need to create pathways with water currents to push the ball across gaps, draw vines to swing on and attach the ball to swing that. You'll also need to draw bombs, then fling them at enemies, and do a variety of platforming sections using all of the skills you've learned in the previous levels. Early on, there is lots of lava to avoid, and the ball does have some wonky physics at times, and it can also be really hard to grab, but thankfully it never rolled off the edge of a platform by itself when I was playing it. The trickiest lava section, I would say, is the large drop, where you have to move the ball downwards by attaching it to loads of different ropes, while also scaling across these ropes as Max to move yourself over with the ball and then cut them to slowly and safely drop down and get lower and lower to the platform below. After getting past that, there's no more lava in the level to worry about, and aside from a bottomless pit or two, you don't really have that much to worry about. That is until you get to this room with 2 bomber enemies that launch these bombs down at you from up high. This is where you could easily die if you're not careful. So in order to get past this, here is what you should be doing. Now, that looks easy, but let's take a look at what happened during my run for this trophy when I reached this room. You see that? It might be hard to tell in this video, but somehow I've lost the bloody pen, and no matter what I did, dying, restarting the checkpoint, dying again, I could never get this pen to appear back on screen. Yet, when I press the button to bring up the pen, you can see that Max throws it out of his hand, but for some reason, the pen just doesn't show up on screen, meaning I was unable to draw anything and progress further in the level. And this is just BS, as I played the whole game from beginning to end before doing this trophy, and I never saw that glitch once. Yet, when I'm going for this trophy, it decides to happen out of nowhere. That is just bad luck. So, my only option was to just restart the level and do the entire thing again, hoping that this time it wouldn't glitch. Thankfully though, when I got back here, the pen was working as normal, and it wasn't long before I got past this danger room, and a short while later, I was at the end of the level, in the final puzzle room. All I needed to do now was to get the ball with my brother in up high and over to the left of the screen, so that it would then get pushed over to the right with force to break down the door to the end of the level. Upon doing this, the level is beat, and I had no deaths for either myself or my brother.
Sorry, Felix.
So the trophy should be about to pop. Any minute now. Oh, what the... Remember at the start of the video where I was asking if you had been so close to a trophy, only for the game to then glitch out on you, leaving you with nothing but egg on your face? This, ladies and gentlemen, this. Well, this actually happened. I'm at the end of the level, and the game takes control of Max to walk him through that door, only for him to then get stuck due to the ball his brother is in not rolling far enough to the right, so it meant that Max could never walk across to the right and reach the end of level trigger zone, meaning I was basically soft locked out of this trophy and the platinum right at the end of the level, despite doing everything in the level right. Oh god. Thankfully though, a quick restart of the checkpoint put me back in this room and fixed the issue, and luckily that didn't count as a death, so once Max walked into that trigger zone, the trophy popped. Phew. That was more of a pain than it should have been, thanks to some really dumb glitches, so for that reason, the Trust Me trophy in Max and the Curse of Brotherhood gets a BS rating of